Do you know why you're struggling with how you look? Do you know why you're struggling with the color of your hair, your eyes, or your freckles? Do you know why you're struggling with those things? Because you shut it down when people say it's beautiful. I think we look for a lot of different characteristics in people, especially that we're looking for to date or marry. But I think one thing across the board that most people like in both men and women is confidence. But it's one of the hardest things to have. And I just want to give you a tip on how to grow in your confidence. So, lucky for me, this is something that I've been working on since high school. So, I've got a lot of practice in this, and I hope it really helps you. So something that I think that we struggle with at times is having this sense of like humility. Like we have to be humble and, when we're complimented, we have to say, "Oh, no, no, it's not true. No, it's only God. It's all God." Or "Oh no, but you look beautiful." Um and really this is not helpful. Let's call it what it is. It's false humility because it's really insecurity. If we really look at the root of these things, so let's look at the root of pride is insecurities. So if somebody's insecure, they're gonna come across like, oh, I'm great. They're gonna talk about I can do da 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 da, I can do this because they have so much insecurity inside. Well, people who are humble actually have this underlying confidence in who they are, and it's not because they think that they're so amazing, it's because they truly put their identity in God. And I just really believe that one way we can start to grow in our confidence in who we are in God, who God has made us to be, give him the glory, is by saying thank you. So if somebody comes up and says, "Wow, you are beautiful." Instead of throwing out responses like, "Oh, no, I'm having a bad hair day," or "Oh, no, like, no, but you are." No, just say, "Thank you." Receive it. Receive it for yourself. Receive it and know that, okay, this acknowledgement of the compliment, they're recognizing the handiwork of God. So say, "Thank you." "Oh, you did so great on your role in that play. Thank you." "Oh, no, I messed up 100 times." That's not what they were putting attention to. They're putting attention to the good thing that you did. Receive it and say thank you. It's amazing because it almost seems like, okay, you should be deflecting the attention. You should be deflecting it to someone else or God even. But it is amazing what this simple little thing that if you learn to do, how it will impact your thinking, how it will impact your thoughts, how it will impact your self-worth by learning to accept those compliments, by learning to just accept that there is good in you and give God the glory for it. It sounds so simple that it's almost like, really? Will that really do anything? Or I have such a habit of deflecting the praise. I have such a habit of just pouring out this false humility. That it's a hard change. It really is a hard change, but it is a good habit. Practice this habit, and I promise you it will change you. And I'm not saying that you should be like, "Oh, yes, I am so wonderful and great, and yeah, thank you so much for recognizing it, and yeah, I did do wonderful, I did do great." I'm not saying puff yourself up by any means, but use it to glorify God. Use it to bring him honor and glory because he created those things about you that others are complimenting, and he does receive honor and glory when you acknowledge it and receive it. When you start to see, oh, if they see that, then you write it down. God sees this. Maybe make a list. God sees this. And write down all the compliments that people give you and know that God sees every single one of them. He wrote them into your story. He wrote them onto your heart. He designed you, created you in and out. And he's still working on us every day. He's still working in our hearts all the time. So any good thing that we receive is from Him. That doesn't mean we need to push away compliments. It will help us grow. It will help us grow in humility and confidence. And that is attractive. There is something so beautiful about a man or a woman who just know who they are, and they know that this is what the Lord has destined for me. This is what the Lord has created me to be. And I'm going to walk confidently in this, humbly, so I can show His love, His goodness. It's a reflection of who God is. Because isn't God amazing? He's wonderful. He's beautiful. He's glorious. He's kind. He's amazing. He's so good in all of these aspects. We were created to reflect that. We were created to reflect Him. If we can find our confidence in Him, if we can find and I'm not, oh goodness, do not hear this that you will find your identity or confidence in what other people say about you. Absolutely not. Find your confidence and identity fully in what God says about you. Just this one little thing will help so much on this journey of confidence. I have so many friends who have just poured out to me their insecurities, but when they get a compliment, they shut it down. Do you know why you're struggling with how you look? Do you know why you're struggling with the color of your hair, your eyes, your freckles? Do you know why you're struggling with those things? Because you shut it down when people say it's beautiful. And in turn, you're shutting it down that God says it's beautiful. I'm not saying there aren't some crappy people in the world who are gonna say negative things about us, but I'm saying don't dwell on those things. Dwell on what God says. Dwell on who He is. And you'll walk in this quiet, humble confidence and beauty. A person actually becomes more or less attractive based on their character or personality, how they treat other people. So somebody could have the most beautiful figure, hair, eyes, skin, whatever, and be the ugliest person inside, and most people will want nothing to do with them. But someone who maybe doesn't have all of those traits could walk in a room with confidence in who they are in God, can walk in this quiet beauty of just compassion, the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, goodness, self-control, all these beautiful things that God destined for us. Walk in those things, walk in those fruit of the Spirit, be the most attractive person in the room. So just try this little habit with me of saying thank you when you are complimented. I'm telling you, it could change your mindset so much.